Hello, everybody. VR Daddy here. It's been a while since before I even started using my voice, and I've actually played Cave Crave. But as you can see, we're gonna do Nutty Putty Cave because it's absolutely terrifying. Like something that has stuck in my brain for forever, and I already am claustrophobic. I already don't. I already had trouble playing this game before, so this is gonna be intense. So I'm not really sure how to read this map since it's going two different directions, but I'm not sure where he passed. Obviously, that's kind of where we want to go, out of morbid curiosity. Yeah, I suppose if we just explore, we'll find it. Oof. How do I hold breath again? Triggers, that's what it is. Not that I need to just yet.
As you already know, Nutty Putty
suppose we'll
Cave is
listen to these.
located west of Utah Lake in Utah County, United States. Despite its big reputation, the cave isn't actually that large. The total mapped length is about 1,355 to 1,400 feet, with a depth of roughly 145 feet. From this point, the cave splits into two routes. We can head left to enter the maze, or go right toward the famous Big Slide. For the full experience, I recommend starting on the left. Let's go there now.
Oh. I guess I could.
Look at your watch. The percentage shows how much of the cave you've already explored. Remember, you can rewind or pause the audio guide at any time using the tablet or the menu, which opens by pressing and holding the right stick. Hold it now and try adjusting the audio by touching the on-screen icons.
I'm okay. So I guess he's right. It's not very big, or it doesn't seem like it yet. There could be more to come.
Here we are. This section of the passage is called the Maze, and you'll soon see why. Sculpted by hot water in some unusual forms, it's given many adventurers their first taste of getting lost here. You see, Nutty Putty is a hydrothermal cave. Instead of being carved by rainwater seeping down, it formed through hydrothermal activity. Its origin is also hypogenic, meaning superheated, mineral rich water rose from below and dissolved the rock from the inside out. Quite unusual compared to most limestone caves. Take a look and let's proceed further to the big room. Welcome to the big room. Compared to most cave sections, it feels open, tall, and almost comfortable. Many cavers pause here to catch their breath before moving on, so stay a while and listen. The cave was discovered in 1960 by a teenage caver named Dale Green, who went on to explore and document many caves in Utah. It's said Dale Green originally thought of calling it Silly Putty, but later decided Nutty Putty sounded better. Can't argue here. The cave takes its name from its soft clay-like texture made of silicon dioxide, the same mineral found in sand. As it formed upward through superheated water depositing calcite, other minerals were also left behind, creating a complex structure. That's why many passages are wet and filled with sticky clay, while in other places, the walls are made up of cherty limestone, sometimes coated with a thin layer of powdery calcite. Mind you, we're basically crawling through an entire semester's worth of physics and chemistry. The Helmet Eater. Why the name? Nutty Putty Cave became a favorite training ground for Boy Scouts, adventure groups, and college students, many of whom had their helmets bitten by its tight passages. The narrow, twisting tunnels offered just enough challenge that countless adventurers, including teens and scouts, squeezed in only to get stuck for hours, sometimes overnight, before being rescued. Thanks to its nearby location and the novelty of caving, it also earned a quirky reputation as a local date cave, where students would bring partners for a rugged outing. It's definitely harder to escape your date here. Well, all in all, we're approaching the end of this section of the cave. Got yourself warmed up? Good. Perhaps it's due to its hydrothermal past. Temperatures inside Nutty Putty remain around 55 degrees Fahrenheit or 12.7 degrees Celsius year-round. That may not seem very cold, but remember that movement through the cave is slow and the body has little chance to warm up through circulation. For caving, it's therefore recommended not only to have a helmet, flashlight, and sturdy boots, but also warm, preferably waterproof clothing. Once you feel you've seen everything here, let's head back to the entrance and explore the second part of the cave.
I mean, it's so sad that such a tragic thing happened here because, like, so far it seems like not a bad cave at all. This is, yeah, the Helmet Eater being the only bad thing. Or scary thing, even. And it's really not that bad. It's the only spot I could possibly get resetted or whatever. Reset in this cave. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel some type of way about it, just because it's just such a just terrifying way to go. I can only imagine what he felt like. Yeah, sorry, not to get dark, but yeah, it's just scary. But yeah, what would otherwise be a totally normal seeming cave thus far? I don't think that's where I want to go. Did not mean to write on there. Whoa. I think am I missing a audio tape over here? Maybe. Maybe not. There it is.
Feel like sliding? You're not alone. At the height of its popularity, the cave drew more than 5,000 visitors a year. So much traffic wore the rocks smooth, and experts warned that a fatal accident was only a matter of time in one of its main features, a long 45-degree chamber known as the Big Slide, where we are right now. Those safety concerns, along with the growing damage caused by constant use, led to the cave's temporary closure in 2006. They're also the reason for the ladder you'll find at the end of this section. Be careful on your way down. You don't want to meet your end here, especially in a place meant for a very different kind of rebirth we'll soon discover.
Huh. Kind of crazy. You have to catch that.
corridor to the left leads to Ed's Push and the story of what happened there. The corridor to the right takes you to the threshold of one of the cave's most famous sections. Its name speaks for itself and has long been a magnet for many spelunkers who came here straight from the entrance. I believe there's little point in describing it further. This is something you'll simply have to experience. See you on the other side. We're approaching the site of John Jones' tragic accident. How did it happen? On November 24th, 2009, John Edward Jones became trapped in Nutty Putty Cave after entering a tight, uncharted passage that he mistakenly believed was part of the well-known birth canal route. Instead, he had crawled into an unmapped fissure that was far narrower than expected. The passage sloped downward and constricted as it went, forcing him headfirst into a nearly vertical section where his body became wedged. Entering headfirst made it nearly impossible for him to reverse or maneuver once he was stuck. Despite more than 24 hours of effort, rescuers were unable to free him, as the combination of the cave's fragile geology, the limits of physics, and human endurance made extraction impossible. In the aftermath, authorities made the difficult decision to leave his body where it was and permanently seal the cave, rather than risk more lives in a recovery attempt.
Was that it? I mean, I feel bad saying was that it, but it I have the luxury of being able to spin on a dime, not have a whole body to... Oh no, here it is. Maybe? Oh yeah. Do we want to see it, I suppose? I have a feeling I'm going to get real claustrophobic and I'm going to think about this too hard. It's not like I knew the guy. It's the fate. The fate is what makes it so sad. Just, oh man. God, this man was crawling through this? Yeah, no shit, he couldn't get any further and then died. He couldn't do this. Man, that is... Can you imagine being stuck, looking down? Because I'm fairly certain his feet obviously were stuck and there was nowhere to go. There was nowhere to go and he couldn't back up. He had no room. To be sit there and stuck with unable to move. All you have is time to think about what you could have and should have done differently is just so... Ouch. I actually started to get panicked there for a second when I didn't see the way out right away. I was like, oh my god. See, I could never do this. I could never actually do this. This is why I play games about it. You know, the first time I played these, I didn't have a voice, which in some ways made it quirky and entertaining, I'm sure, but now you actually get to hear my honest to goodness panic reactions, and now I'm starting to freak out because I can't remember how the frick I got in here. It's gotta be this. It's gotta be this. Okay. And then now we'll take the birth canal. Oh my god. Oh my god. People willingly go through this stuff. Ow. What, so this is the birth canal? This was it? And then you have just enough room to turn around, and that's why this one's not fucking scary. A little more breathing room. In places. Well, I'm not sure if that was all the audio tapes, but I think... Oh, I'm still apparently missing 80% of the cave. It's probably the maze, though, I'm assuming. I didn't do a great job of exploring the maze all the ways. Otherwise, I think that is Nutty Putty Cave, guys. So a little, thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.